welcome, everybody. Good evening. It is Wednesday. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. It's DMJ VROOM time, baby. And that means we're racing tonight. And the boys been out on track for a while. They've been hanging out and chat. They've been chatting, having a good time. They're on track, driving around, practicing, hanging out. And, man, they're looking good out there tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So this is going to be a banger of a race. We're at Laguna, Seca, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, everybody. Scott coming in with the thumbs up. We got Nolander Gaming coming in with the thumbs up. We also got Paul coming in with that big juicy heart. Hashtag DMJ. What up, everyone? How you doing, Scott? Thanks for coming in, my guy. So, we're going to go through things quick because we're a little bit late getting on live tonight as we're just doing driver's briefing and hanging out with the guys and kind of lost track of time. So that's how good of a group of guys we got here at DMJ. Weapon of choice North America, ladies and gentlemen. It's just you get hanging out with these guys, man. You don't want to leave them. It's just, they're such a great group to hang around with. So, but here we are. We're back and we're going to bring you guys this absolutely cracker of a race today. So, again, we're at Laguna Seca, ladies and gentlemen. And so DMJ has loaded up the cars. We've put them in the planes, and we've flown all the way back to North America. The drivers are on home turf tonight. They are in California at WeatherTech Laguna Seca Raceway. There is 12 left and right hand turns on this track. Sorry, the rating's really small here today. The circuit length is roughly 2.24 miles, ladies and gentlemen. It is a real-world circuit, and actually one of my favorite real-world circuits, as well as one of my personal favorites on Gran Turismo as well. It is a tarmac track type here. It appears in Gran Turismo 2, A-Spec 4, Tourist Trophy, Gran Turismo PSP, Gran Turismo 5, 6, of course, Sport in the update, and of course in Gran Turismo 7. Laguna Seca has been an icon racetrack for Gran Turismo since almost the beginning, and I mean, who cannot? I mean, nobody forgets the Dodge Viper on Laguna Seca in Gran Turismo 3 and 4 for the super license tests, right? So, yeah, I'm really excited about this race, so I can't wait to bring this to you guys and gals out there today. Fastest lap in real time is a 105. Yeah, I can't even read that, chat. I'm so sorry. Let me blow that up a little bit so I can see it. Fastest lap in real time is a minute 05.880. Sebastian Bourdais in 2007, and Jeremy Clarkson Honda NSX in 2001. So a little bit of extra juicy little tips there for you. And your host for the evening is, of course, myself, GT45 Gaming, Ghost45, ladies and gentlemen. And this is brought to us by DMJ VROOM, our main sponsor here tonight. And, of course, his partners, Fanatec, GT Omega Racing, and LWR Designs, and D-Dot Racing, who does all the broadcasts for DMJ over in the United Kingdom, ladies and gentlemen, and an absolutely bang-up job to do over there in the United Kingdom as well. So reaching out, branching out across the world to bring more awesome action, more great leagues to everybody around the world to enjoy. So moving forward, let's get on over to the details here, as qualifying is going to start here in 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So we're a little bit back on par here, so we can hang out a smidge. That's what I like to do, because you guys are awesome. So max tires are racing softs, and the minimums are racing hards for the series. And there is no tuning required, as the drivers have specific weight and power settings that they have to have for each one of the three types of cars. The three types of cars involved here, ladies and gentlemen, are the Group 4 McLaren 650S, 458 Italia, Ferrari, and of course Lamborghini Huracan. So all three of them are mid-rear engine cars, and of course real-life supercars. So it's been a fantastic series so far this year. These guys have just, they have been absolutely fighting tooth and nail every race. The standings are insanely close, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have a pick for them for you this week. We'll have that for you updated next week for sure. But I'm going to tell you right now, from about 1st to 7th place in the standings currently, there is only a 8-9 points separating 1st to 7th place right now. That's how tight this series has been so far. So tonight is not going to be any different. However, the one driver we're not seeing in here tonight is our driver who won last week, Cartier West. And I'm not sure if he's going to make it or not tonight, but he is in jeopardy of losing the lead in the standings here tonight if he's unable to make the race. Something might have came up. I'm not exactly sure what's happening there, but we'll see what happens. So boost is off, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, it's a grid start with false start check. So if the drivers try to jump the light, they will get a penalty right off the starting line. Tire wear is ×6. Fuel depletion is ×4. So these drivers have to be on point, as the tires are going to wear out quick and the fuel goes pretty quick at those settings. Initial fuel is full tank of gas when they start the race. There's no driving aids, of course, with the exception of a anti-lock braking and traction control system. The grip is reduced on wet track or track edge is real. Overtaking system is default. Slipstream strength is real. And the drivers must use the required tire for a minimum of at least one full lap. So that does not include the out lap. So that means the drivers have to do a full complete circuit lap on the minimum tire requirement. And then they're good to go. Get off that tire to choose so. And the tire for today's race, ladies and gentlemen, is the medium tire. And we're at round 7. Laguna Seca, as we've gone over, is 2:30 in the afternoon. It's nice and sunny on track here. And pit window opens at the beginning of lap 5. So we are proudly supporting MacMillan Cancer Support, ladies and gentlemen. There is a donation button at the bottom of the Facebook page. And if you just press on that little pink bottle cap button with the heart in it, it takes you directly to the page to donate. And even if it's a penny, $1, $10, every little bit helps. And we massively appreciate it here at GT45 Gaming and DMJ VROOM. And of course, on behalf of all the drivers, thank you so much for your donation so far this year. And of course, continuing as we move forward. So if you're able to and you want to help out a great foundation, MacMillan Cancer Support's a fantastic foundation over there in the United Kingdom, ladies and gentlemen. And smash that donate button. Put your information in. It's 100% safe. It's 100% secure. It goes through Facebook Gaming directly. So it goes directly to the foundation, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, MacMillan Cancer Support is a non-profit organization, ladies and gentlemen. So everything that gets donated goes to the families in need. Thank you so much, you're legends. And we're just about getting ready to start this race here. We're about 2 minutes away, ladies and gentlemen. So let's flip to the screen and let's go see what's happening out on track, shall we? We're just gonna go and check all the audios, make sure everything's working great for you guys, of course. And I hope that the CCs are working properly, as they should be. For anybody out there that may need them. We got Scott coming in with that share as well. Much love, appreciate that share, Scott. Thank you so much. Everybody, if you are tuning in, this is DMJ VROOM, Weapon of Choice, Season 1, Round 7 over here in North America. Presented by GT45 Gaming. And I am your host for the evening, Ghost45. Or Tim Gray, as many of you know me as. And of course, the main sponsors here, ladies and gentlemen, is DMJ VROOM. And proud partners of that is Fanatec, GT Omega Racing, LWR Designs, D-Dot Racing. He is the amazing broadcaster over in the United Kingdom side of DMJ VROOM, who brings all of DMJ's United Kingdom leagues to you guys, the viewers, to the camera, to the light, to the TVs, to the phones, with some just absolutely blazing comms. He is absolutely a great content creator, and I'm just honored to be able to be a part of something so fun and so amazing, and be a part of a really cool group of people and communities. So we're going to get ready to be started here shortly. You can see Egon's just chilling out here. He'll be firing this up in any second now. So Egon is our host here for the evening, and of course administrator here at GT45 Gaming. So huge shout out to Egon for taking on some of the duties here at DMJ VROOM Choice, Weapon of Choice, and just helping the team out. So big shout out to Egon. Let's get a hashtag Egon up in the chat, everybody. EGON, hashtag Egon up in the chat. Just big shout out. Hosting the lobbies, he does the driver briefings. He deals with all that stuff for me behind the scenes. So we can just bring you guys an amazing broadcast. So I feel like something is not right. Yeah, okay, something's definitely not right here, chat. I think that the lobby was set improperly. Just 1 second. They had to, look at that, these guys are already on it. We're still gonna give a massive shout out to our boy Egon up over there. As soon as Nolander jumps off track here, we'll reset the lobby and start the race properly, ladies and gentlemen. So, oh my. Oh, we love it. We love it here. We love it here. Well, we're having fun. We're having fun. We're laughing. We're having a good time. We're only human, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, okay. I see. So we're going to be resetting the lobby here, guys. Alright. You know, Gran Turismo Sport, unfortunately, since GT7 has come out, has just been suffering a little bit. So, we do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Do I not have my, I think I got the wrong, oh, there we go. I knew it was there somewhere. What's up, everybody? How you doing? So, we're just resetting the lobby here. So just bear with. This will take about 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Dang, oh, I had P1. I know, it looked like you were having a good time up there, Nolander. It's alright, guys. It happens. It happens. That's my fault. I should have checked the lobby settings, but our host did freeze. So once he gets reset, gets all his equipment reset up, we'll get back with it. That's fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy the league racing, the commentary here at GT45 Gaming, here at DMJ VROOM, please do share the broadcast out. Get it out there. The more we share it, the more reach it gets. The more reach it gets, the more people that see it. The more people that see it, the more people that are interested in knowing more about DMJ VROOM. The more people that are interested in knowing more about DMJ VROOM, ladies and gentlemen, the more people find out about what's going on over at DMJ, what we have to offer here for leagues, for series racing, for serious racing. Of course, we are going to be moving forward into GT7 after Season 1 here is finished. GT45 Gaming, we have Series 2 in the works, and we will make an official announcement once we have, of course, the series sorted out and a schedule in place and all that fun, great stuff. So, it's going to be a few weeks away yet, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we still have a month left in this series, including today. So, and then of course there'll be a 2 to 3, 4 week break in between Season 1 and Season 2, of course, to allow for Gran Turismo 7 to get the lobbies fine-tuned and dialed in for us, so we can just bring you the absolute best broadcast that we can bring you, of course. So, much love out there. Paul coming in with the 45 stars, big star bomb coming in from Paul. Let's get a hashtag Paul up in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Hashtag Paul up in the chat. Want a hashtag Egon up in there too. Come on, there we go, there we go. So we're just giving our host a couple of minutes here, and then we will check the lobby. I see 7 people in. So that's a good sign. Alright. Oh, love the sound. Love the sounds, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely love the sounds. I know you can't hear him yet, I'm sorry. So how's everybody doing today? It's hump day. So happy hump day. Or hump day has passed for some. Alright, so we're going to just check everything, make sure everything's on this time. We're going to check to make sure the lobby's set properly. One moment. Alright, sorry, just sending some messages across here. We're just trying to get everything all sorted out here, as we had a little bit of a lobby crash there to start right before we got the qualifying started. So just gonna catch up with our chat here. We got hashtag Egons up in the chat. We got hashtag Pauls. We got Jamie in YouTube. It's Roses by the Dude. We got hope the race comes back so I can lie in bed and watch this. It's coming back, Scott. It's coming back here right away. We're just getting everything resorted. I got to recheck everybody's settings to make sure the cars are all set, and we're styling. So we are missing. So we don't have Cartier West, and from what I'm understanding is Cartier's on a holiday actually right now out of town. So I was unaware that this was happening. So we don't have a reserve in place for him tonight. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, what do you do? Ah, beautiful. And everybody's ticked in. Alright, so let's go check the settings. Once we check the settings, guys, we'll get it back on track. We'll verify that we're good to go. It doesn't take long to check the settings anymore because I've done this all season long. I just know them offhand now, so that's cool. Settings are good, so these guys are good to start whenever. Alright, man, these guys are on the ball, man. I like it. I like it, I like it. Alright, so qualifier started, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to flip you back over to the other screen here. There we go. Alright. Timmy, what's up, Chris? How you doing? Hey. Alright, so we are officially under qualifying now, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so everything's good to go now. The lobby's up, everything's in good standing. The lobby settings are beautiful, and the drivers are ready to go. So we have 14 drivers on track tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So I do have to say one thing. I really give a big kudos out to the drivers in the series here this year. This is season 1 here for GT45 Gaming, so this is our very first ever league season, and we've had pretty much a full field every single race so far this season. Thank you so much to the drivers. That means so much to me from the bottom of my heart to have a full lobby every single race night. I mean, GT7's been released for almost 10 days now, ladies and gentlemen, and these guys are still coming back and racing here on GTS, supporting DMJ, supporting GT45, and just much love to these guys, man. They are just an absolute outstanding group of gentlemen, and I'm honored and privileged to have them be a part of what we're doing here. So our boy Dub's on track there. Some badasses up in the house. We got Steel Reeves. Steel Reeves always has that amazing looking Ferrari on track, man. That is a beautiful livery he's got there. We got Cabbages here with that nice little teal green color on his Apex Racing livery there, which is just absolutely fantastic. Tattooed Freak doing all the liveries for Apex. And we just see behind him here, you see TTV Bite the Roses. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Bite the Roses is all the way from the UK, is flowing into California tonight to drive. He's not driving for anybody. He's just here as a guest driver. He's interested in the series. He wants to check it out. We had a spot, so I told him to jump on track. So, with that being said, Roses, obviously his position is not going to count for anything tonight. He's just driving just to get a feel for the series, and if he's into it, then we'll add him into as a reserve. We got Joe coming in with that like and share. Method coming in with that like as well. Much love, everybody. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where it is you're viewing from. Good luck, gentlemen. Clean racing with no penalties or incidents. You know it, Joe. You know it, brother. I gotta tell you, these racers here at DMJ North America side of things have really stepped it up this year, man. They have really shown what North America has to offer for racing. So, you know what is exciting? I really can't wait to see more drivers might come into the series. I can't wait to maybe see multiple divisions moving forward into the series, and we don't know what's going to happen yet. We'll have to see when Season 2 comes around, ladies and gentlemen. But we do have Bite the Roses here, just driving as a guest driver tonight. He's a fantastic racer. It's a pleasure to have him on track, and it should be interesting to see how that mixes things up a little bit. So currently we are at our first set of hot laps. We've got LJ Super Ninja, who's now driving full time, taking over Formula One's position on the racetrack here. So he's currently sitting on pole with a 127. We've got Steel Reeves, Toolshed, coming in with that big thumbs up. How you doing, Toolshed, my guy? Much love all the way from Australia, ladies and gentlemen. Steel Reeves here, sitting currently in P3 in that Ferrari. And I got to tell you, this guy right here has been an up-and-comer all series long. He is destined to be potentially on podium here at some point before the end of the season. He has looked really good. We got Arctic Wolf here as well, who's been driving really well all season long, with Apex Racing here as well. And then we go down to 5th place. Currently is GVG Kilt Racer, everybody's fan favorite, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kilt Racer, up on track here in California tonight. So love to see it, representing Ghost Viper Gaming, JD's himself here. So moving in, we got Egon here currently sitting in P7. We've got Spec in 8th. We've got Tattooed sitting in 9th. We've got Jake currently sitting in 10th, which is a bit of a surprise, as he is just underneath Cartier in overall standings in 2nd place currently right now. So I'm sure that he's just playing possum perhaps a little bit. And then we've got our boy Dubs here. Mr. BA Dubs on track in that Lamborghini here this week. We got Badass just behind. He's rolling in the McLaren there. Looking like Dubs just moving out of the way there. And Cabbage is just holding up the back of the field. So a little bit of strategy coming from some of the drivers here. Now we're going to start seeing some of these drivers coming in for fresh rubber, because they're lightening up them fuel tanks a little bit. You see Roses coming in beautiful looking colors on that pit crew there. We got Jamal coming in with that big thumbs up. Much love, Jamal. How you doing, brother? Glad that you're able to tune in at least, my man. Good. Thanks, mate. Love to hear that, Toolshed. Love to hear that. Woo! Kilty going for a little bit of a wild ride. Coming into corner 3 there on Laguna Seca here. So, yeehaw. Alright, so let's go with that. Oh, LJ going a little bit wide here, too. So, Laguna Seca never disappoints, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a very, very interesting race. Damage is on heavy in this series as well, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, we say it week in and week out. The drivers need to be 100% on point to make sure they keep the car out of the toolies, man. You don't want damage. Laguna Seca is one of the longest pit deltas in Gran Turismo Sports, which when I say that, that means it's one of the longest pit lanes to get in and out of in a stop-and-go sense. So you really don't want to pit until you have to here on this racetrack. So hitting your marks, keeping it on track is going to be key here tonight. This is not necessarily who's going to be the fastest driver is going to win this race tonight, because as we've seen a lot of big-name drivers already spinning out just here in qualifying alone. So it's going to be interesting to see how this race really is going to shape out here tonight. And of course, we always have the chaos at turn 1 here in Laguna Seca at the beginning of the race. So you know, these guys have been absolutely fantastic on race starts this season. So I would expect nothing less out of these guys again today, but you never know, man. The championship's tight. There's only a few races left in the series, so we see Spec now jumping into pole position here with a 125.9. So Rockefeller Racing Spec 1 now currently sitting provisional pole. Badass from Apex Racing sitting in P2 currently here as well. And Dubs is streaming over on Twitch, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. So BA Dubs on Twitch. Over on Twitch, you guys want to go see the race from his point of view, go over and check him out over there on Twitch. BA Dubs at Twitch, ladies and gentlemen. Go show the man some love. Go check him out. Go see what he's all about over there. As you can, if you want to check out some of the views of some of the guys. Some of these guys are potentially live streaming the race here as they're racing as well tonight. We have quite a few streamers in the series. I'm just not sure which ones are actually streaming. We'll have to find out for the next race, and get you some links for these guys if you want to go check out from other drivers' point of views as well. Coming in with that share as well, Toolshed. Much love, my man. Thank you so much for that share, brother. Really appreciate it. So let's get back on here. Specs coming in for fresh rubber. We got Badass here in P2. We got Cabbages now up into P3. Yeah, you want to talk about a driver who's been showing very good improvement this season is Mike Cabbages. Some of you may know him as Pie Show. He changed his name about midway through the season here when he joined Apex Racing. So he started very good in the beginning of the season, showing really good pace. He was always, you know, 5th, 6th, 7th in the races. Now he's fighting for podium positions here as the season progresses. Pardon me, chat. So he's been looking really good as our season's been progressing here. And then we've got Apex Racing Tattooed Freak. He is the boss man over at Apex Racing, so to speak. He is the man behind Apex Racing there. So he is also on track with his guys. So we've been seeing these guys, the Apex group, working together quite a bit this season. I don't suspect it'll be any different here today. We see Jay coming out of the pits. We got Egon coming around here in 8th place. Egon has been Mr. Consistent in the series this year, always sitting in the 6th, 7th place positions. We got Dubs coming out with some fresh rubber as well. We got Arctic here in 11th place. We got Kilt now in 12th. We've got Steele down in 13th here, and Mr. Vegas Paul rounding out the field here in 14th. So we're only missing, we're missing 2 drivers on track tonight. So we're missing Queenie, who has been unfortunately just not able to make most of the races this series due to some kind of PlayStation online issue. We're not 100% sure what's going on, but best of luck to you, brother. Hope we get that sorted out as soon as possible. Get you back on track with us. So Roses is just kind of filling in that spot as just a guest driver, get a feel for the series again, like I said earlier in the broadcast. So he's just a special guest driver tonight, and he's going to test his mettle up against some of North America's best here. So be interesting to see how that works out. Not sure if he's driving on the wheel or pad tonight, but if he makes podium, we'll have to we'll ask him here, of course, at the end of the race. So. Spec 1 still holding provisional pole here as we have about just a little under 5 minutes left of qualifying, so we have about 3-4 laps left yet. And you see the drivers really utilizing fresh rubber as they empty the fuel out of the race cars here, and it's just smart strategy. It's just a little bit of a strategy play. It's not drivers aren't doing anything wrong there. They've been doing it all season long, and it's been making for some absolutely great racing. As you see, Egon making a really quick decision to go around the back end of, I believe that was Kilt. Not Kilt. Oh, it was Kilt. Paul now moving up into the... So you can see these guys have been bouncing all over the place in qualifying here so far tonight. So, I mean, Spec 1 still holding down P1 provisionally. He's only got 0.3 of a second lead on Bite the Roses in second place here. Bite the Rose is a very quick driver from the United Kingdom, ladies and gentlemen. He's been a part of the community for a long time. You see him racing all over the place. GT Champion, CC Sim, WTCC. I can't remember. He's all over the place, all over through Gran Turismo Sport. He's a fantastic guy, fantastic racer. So glad to see him on track with the guys. Super Ninja has been a fantastic driver here with us all season long. He came in as a reserve, and now he's earned his way into the series as a full-time driver, replacing a driver who had to step out due to real-life reasons. Badass here in 4th place. Badass has been looking good all year long too, so expect to see a great race from him this evening. Cabbage is in 5th. Again, I just tell you, this guy is just he's a dark shadow in the series here this season, and I think if he breaks out, he's going to be really tough to beat. So we got Egon here in 8th place. Vegas Paul's looking really good here, and beautiful design on that car there by Vegas Paul. Loving that. Miss Nolander there too with a gorgeous Lamborghini design here. He's been playing with the livery editors, starting to figure out how to blend colors and stuff together. The car's looking fantastic here today. We have Arctic Wolf here again as well in that beautiful Apex Racing livery there with his custom color of choice being that off orange, I guess you could say. And Kilt's liveries always look amazing. We all know Kilt's just an absolute fly livery designer here on the game, so not a shock to see an amazing looking livery on his car as always. And Steel Ray's car looks really fantastic here too. He did a really good job with his livery as well. I've really enjoyed Seeing those liveries come out of Steel Reeves here week in and week out as well. Spec doing a great job on his as well. A good classic. Rockefeller Racing colors there. We'd love to see that bright green on any racetrack, because you know Rockefeller's in the house when you're seeing that green. We got Roses and Steel Reeves playing a little bit of shadow games, literally there. As you see, Steel Reeves was ghosted, and Roses just going right through him there. So Steel must have made a bit of a mistake. Mr. Ghost Viper Gaming in the house, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, brother? Thank you for stopping in. Vic coming in too. Let's go Spec. Rockefeller House up in chat as well, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. Love seeing it. So Spec, unfortunately, having a blue screen in last week's race, really hurting him in the standings, as he was also top 3 standings moving into the race last week. So we 100 expect to see this man right here looking for a win here tonight to get back up and try to regain some points lost from last week. Really unfortunate. Again, Gran Turismo sports servers have been really struggling since the release of Gran Turismo 7, so fortunately we're still able to get these races in. But as I presume we're running out of time here at GT Sport, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm assuming that the online servers are probably going to get axed out relatively quickly with the release of GT7, of course. So hopefully they survive long enough for us to get the rest of the series in. If not, then we'll just have to make a decision. But just unfortunately, as esports racers, being the E part of that, electronic sports racing, we have to deal with our with bugs, glitches, and connectivity matters, unfortunately. It's just the way it goes. It's all of what we signed up for. So Spec, I think Spec's just happy with what he's done there. Doesn't look like anybody's going to grab that time, so we're going to sit with Roses here, as he's sitting P2 currently right now, trying to get P1 from Spec. So let's see what Roses does as we're coming to the corkscrew here, the infamous corkscrew, ladies and gentlemen, at Laguna Seca. So you know, one of my favorite North American racetracks personally is Laguna Seca. Even more so than Daytona. Personally, myself, don't shoot the messenger here, guys. Take it easy. I know. Daytona rocks. I get it, man. But I'm more of a Daytona fan when it comes to NASCAR as opposed to GT racing, I guess. So it's just a personal preference. I'm a big fan of oval track racing in real life. So yeah, that's my thing. So Roses does not improve. We're going to move over to Ninja here. Now, Ninja definitely has the capability to steal a pole position away on a final lap here. So we're going to sit with Ninja here. And it kind of looks like that he might be just a little bit off here. Let's take a quick peek as he's coming in. That was a great corkscrew right there. Really utilizing as much speed as possible. And woo, little drift. No, he's definitely not going to best that time. It looks like he's just having some fun out on the racetrack there. So practicing his drifting a little bit here at Laguna Seca, ladies and gentlemen. So another Rockefeller Racing team member here as well, with LJ Super Ninja on track. So we do have 2 gentlemen representing Rockefeller Racing here in DMJ Vroom Room series here this season. So fantastic to see it. And we have 4 guys from Apex Racing here. We have Bite the Roses, who's a guest driver here tonight. We've got 3 members from Ghost Viper Gaming Community with Kilt Racer, Jake, and Nolander as well. And we've got Steel Reeves, who I'm sure very well could be running under the Ghost Viper Gaming team as well, I'm sure, if he wanted to. So we have lots of team play in factor here, which we love to see. And Egon being independent, he's just driving under the GT45 Gaming, and Dubs is also independent, and Arctic is with Apex. Steel Reeves at the time being is independent as well, so love to see it. This is qualifying, yes, Meg. You betcha, damn it, Meg Games in over on YouTube. Nick Brewster coming in with the thumbs up as well. Much love, everybody. Hope everybody's having fun. Not yet, just watching you guys get down on track. Double podium, let's go for RR. Vic's calling it. All right, let's see it happen, boys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here we go. Spec 1 on pole. Roses, Super Ninja, Badass, Tattooed Freak, My Cabbages, GBG Jake, Egon in 8th. We've got Vegas Paul in 9th, Dubs in 10th. We've got Nolander 11th, Arlick 12th. We got Kilt in 13th, and Steel Reeves in 14th. Let's get it going, ladies and gentlemen. And we're off. Lights are green. Spec is off in P1 here. Let's try to get a better camera angle. There we go. And coming into turn 1, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is where it could get ugly. Let's see how these guys handle this. Ninja and Spec going side by side in turn 1. And here comes the field. Is everybody going to get through here? We got 3 wide coming around turn 2 here with Tattooed and Cabbages and Roses. Woo! Oh, and Tattooed just gets sent out a little bit wide. We're going to mark that. We're going to take a look at that here in just a second and see what happened there. 3 wide around turn 1 and 2. The good of Seca, not necessarily the best of ideas. Tattooed's back on track. Jake just behind him, and Nolander sitting right there behind those two. So let's get on with Tattooed there, and let's go see what happened to Tattooed there coming out of corner 2. So what do we got there? We've got all 3 Apex members side by side with Roses. And, ooh, actually a little, yes, there was contact. So it looked to me like, oh, we got Jake spinning out on track there too as well. So we're just going to check for some damage here, actually, guys. Make sure everything's copacetic there. Oh, excellent. Everybody looks like they got out of there. So it looked like that Jake got bumped into, and then Jake bumped into Tattooed and sent Tattooed wide off track there. So that's what I've gathered from that. We'll let the officials handle that, of course, after the race from here. But Spec 1 currently in the race lead here on lap 1 with teammate Super Ninja right in his tow. And these guys are nose to tail trying to get away from third place's Apex Badass right here. And Badass has been wanting to beat Spec all season long. So, you know, Badass is not going to let these two go. And we are coming into turn 1. LJ is going to go inside of Spec here. So let's see if LJ is going to get the move done on his teammate here. Nice clean driving by teammates here. Lots of respect between the two drivers. And Super Ninja opting just to pull back in behind team captain Spec 1 here. So quite a bit of respect shown there by teammates, which is fantastic. Because #1 rule in racing, ladies and gentlemen, is you don't take out your teammates. So we'll see how this progresses. We have Badass in 3rd place. We got Bite the Rose is sitting in 4th. And Cabbage is sitting in 5th place. So Egon is currently sitting in 6th. Now, Bite the Rose is just a guest driver here tonight. We're doing something a little different. He wanted to get a feel for the series, and we had a spot open for him tonight. So his position actually won't count on track tonight. So he's just driving for competition and for sport and to test his mettle. And we got Vegas Ball coming on the inside of Arctic Wolf there. And oh boy, Tattooed. Oh, Bite the Rose is we see off the track there. So let's see if we can see what happened there. Got to find him first. Ooh, did we have a potential 2 wide situation going on there? Let's take another look at that. They won't show it to me now. All right, so we did see Badass and Roses spinning there, so hopefully both drivers are all right. That's going to cause a bit of complication, I'm sure, for me, but that's all right. So we do see a little bit of damage on the cars. So we see Steel Reeves in the pits here. I'm not sure. He must have had to step away for something. So opting just to get his car off the racetrack there. So we do have Spec 1 here currently in 1st place. Nope, Team Apex, that's a racing incident. We do have Spec 1 here, currently sitting in 1st place. Super Ninja just a little bit behind him here, sitting in 2nd. And then my Cabbage is now sitting in 3rd place. So Egon sitting in 4th. We're not sure what happened between Roses and Apex. I'm not sure if both drivers tried to go side by side through the high-speed kink there, or if one just maybe made a mistake going through, and yeah, I don't know. We had the replay, unfortunately, didn't show us the whole deal. So we have Arctic and Tattooed here now in 6th and 7th. We got Roses up here in 8th. We've got Nolander in 9th. Got Badass in 10th. We do suspect he's going to make some time up here, though. He's a fantastic driver. I'm not sure what the deal is there, but we'll wait to see what happens at the end of the race. We got Vegas Paul in 12th. We've got Kilt in 13th. And again, right, Steel Reeves pulling into the pits there. Might have, you know, maybe something come up with the kids or something like that. He's a family man, so all good. And when he's ready, he'll just come back out on track and continue on. So we do ask that the drivers, if for any reason they have to leave the race, you know, for real life matters, or if they're just frustrated and just feel like it's not the night for them, we do ask that the drivers, of course, put the car into pits and not exit the lobby. It does a couple of things. It doesn't put, of course, risk at crashing the lobby out here, especially with the lobbies being in a little bit of disarray lately here at GT Sport. And of course, if the drivers want to get back out on track and continue racing, they have the option to do so by not leaving the lobby as well. So great job by all the drivers, understanding what we just understanding the way the league works and operates. So just love to see that. Love to see the drivers show that they know what's going on here, and we'll have to find out what happened there between these two drivers here. As Badass is going to be a little bit off the pace here. We see he has a little bit of front end damage there from that spin. He did, I believe, catch the wall a little bit there, so that's probably where the damage comes from. We got killed here in 13th. And a little bit of chaos ensuing. We see some cars with some damage on it. Laguna Seca is not an easy racetrack. I know there's drivers that probably weren't looking forward to this race. It's a tough track. You even just get a pixel of your tire into the dirt on Laguna Seca here, and you could be in for a world of trouble really quickly. So we currently have Spec 1 still leading the race. He's currently holding fastest lap on track as well, and he will pick up extra point for pole position here. So looking good so far here very early on in the races. We're about 7 minutes deep into the race here today, and teammate Super Ninja just behind here in second place. He's looking for a good finish here tonight. He had a rough race last week and retired the car into the pits early with mechanical issues. So hopefully those mechanics got the car all dialed back in tonight. It looks like it's running real good here, and Cabbages is not far behind these two. And again, I've said it I've been saying it at the beginning of the broadcast, my Cabbages is the dark horse of the series here, ladies and gentlemen. He could be one guy that could just break out all of a sudden, and if he breaks out, he's going to be very tough to beat. We have Egon looking really good here in fourth place as well, having a good solid early part of his race. GVG Jake now moving up into fifth place here, so he's on the move. He was at the back of the pack for a while. Tattooed's made up some ground here as well after a very early incident in turn 2 at the beginning of the race there with Jake, and I'm not sure who it was. I believe it might have been Nolander there that was involved in that. We have Arctic Wolf here in 7th. We've got Roses in 8th. We've got Nolander in 9th place. And Badass is now caught up to this group. So Badass, don't be surprised not to see. So we see Roses has left. We see Roses has slowed down and let these guys go by. So he's given the position back there, and Roses is opting to go into the pits. Vegas getting just a little bit wide into the final corner there, but doing a really good job of recovering. So you guys lose a little bit of dirt off the tires where he hits corner 1 there. We see Kilt coming around in 10th place here. Egon's coming in, getting some fresh rubber, opting to get off of those medium tires here. We have Dubs doing the same thing. We have Roses probably doing the same thing. He's going to fix that car up as well. So he'll get rid of those tires. And Steel Reeves is just chilling there, so we're all good with that. No problems. You see the crew is trying to figure out what's going on with the car there. So Spec 1 having a fantastic start to the race here with a beautiful P1 so far, but Super Ninja's teammate is starting to close in on him here. That gap was a little over a second last time we were up front here, and now we're looking at about a 0.6 second gap. So let's jump everything's just broken right now on Gran Turismo Sport. So this is, we're on board with Super Ninja here as he's trying to chase down our race leader, Spec 1 here. So Spec got a really good exit there out of the final corner and actually got a little bit of time on Ninja there. So Ninja's got a little bit of work to do to catch up to Team Captain Spec 1 there. So then we have My Cabbages, again, new addition to Apex Racing this season. He was, joined Apex Racing, I believe it was round 4 or 5 of the series. So glad to see Apex Racing is starting to grow here as well, ladies and gentlemen. So a new member for them as well. And again, great driver here. He showed very good pace. He's showing very good racing etiquette, very good racecraft in the series. He was an unknown driver to myself when he entered the series, but has most certainly proven himself to be more than worthy of being a very competitive driver here in the series. We have GVG Jake, who is sitting on the top 3 in the standings here currently coming into round 7. Currently sitting in second place, just a couple of points, if not only 1 point behind Cartier West. So great job there by Jake. as Cartier West is no easy competition here either, but not in the race today, so that is big implications for some of the drivers trying to gain points on that first place driver. So we have Tattooed Freak here in 5th place as well. He's starting to look, he's looking really good all series long. Tattooed Freak's a very consistent driver, so again, he's another one of those drivers where you get a couple podium, get some momentum underneath that guy, and he's going to be tough to beat too. We have teammate Apex Racing's teammate Arctic Wolf here. He's looking good this evening as well, in a solid 6th place sitting right now, but he does have Badass coming up on him here now, currently sitting in 7th, so Badass opting not to pit yet and stay out and get some positions back after a spin into the left-hand high-speed kink here at Laguna Seca. Nolander up into P8. Nolander had a good race last week. He's looking strong again this week. Egon is in P9, but we have seen Egon pit once here. So Vegas Paul currently sitting in P10 as well. So a very good race here for Vegas Paul so far this evening. We have Roses back in 11th, but we did see Roses make a pit stop. We got Kilt Racer here currently sitting at 12th, and see him having a little bit of fun on track here as well. Oh, just getting it a little bit wide there. And we got Dubs coming around there right there. So Dubs is going to pick up 12th place there as Kilt is going into the pits. We did see those tires were looking pretty worn there, and of course Steel Reeves is still in the pits there, so no big deal. We've got Vic coming in with that big share as well. Much love, Vic. Appreciate you, my guy. So currently Rockefeller Racing looking very strong here at Laguna Seca. Currently sitting P1 and P2 here in the race. We're roughly 12 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen, here today. And we have Spec 1 in that McLaren 650S and teammate Ninja in the 650S as well, just behind. And about 1.3 second gap between the two drivers here right now. And then just coming behind here in 3rd place. Don't worry, everybody. Don't panic. Don't panic. I know he crossed the finish line with a penalty. The rule here at DMJ Vroom Room is that the drivers have a full lap to bleed that penalty from where they pick the penalty up. So that doesn't mean that they have to bleed it before the start-finish line here in the series. It just means that they have to bleed that penalty before the spot they incurred the penalty. So Cabbages is well within his within the regulations on that penalty bleed there. We have Jake in 4th place trying to catch Cabbages. He's about 5 seconds behind currently. We keep jumping past Tattooed here, so Tattooed in 5th place, sorry. And he's about 1.8 seconds behind GVG Jake, so he's starting to gain some ground here. Badass now sitting in 6th place, getting ahead of teammate Arctic Wolf there as well. Badass, of course, wanting to get back up there. He's doing really well in the series here, so he's going to want to be finishing top 3. Well, obviously, preferably top 3, but he's definitely going to want a top 5 finish here today. So he's driving his butt off here to try and make that happen right now. Fantastic stuff by all the drivers. We got Nolander here in that Lamborghini currently sitting in 8th place. So showing Lamborghini's got a little bit of pace here on track today. We got Egon, pardon me, in that McLaren 650 there as well, sitting in 9th. We've got Vegas Paul in that Ferrari in 10th place. We got Roses in 11th, chasing Paul down. He's a-coming. Let's just jump on board here real quick with Roses as he chases Vegas Paul down. They're saying something about improper head spacing. Get mechanics on it. Yeah, absolutely. Get the mechanics on it. No worries, Chris. You're good, brother. You're good. Yeah, you're good, man. Just jump on track if you're ready to go, man. You're good. You're good, man. No worries, brother. I figured you had an impromptu you had to go deal with, my guy. You're good, my friend. You're good. So, currently our race leader is Spec 1. So let's, you know what? Let's do it on board with our race leader here. Spec 1. I can't get the camera angles to work properly here today. Poor GT Sports just slowly going downhill. So, it's really unfortunate to see such an amazing game really start to really die already. But GT7 is fire, ladies and gentlemen. And DMJ is moving to GT7 after Season 1 here. Whoa, we got Spec 1 making a mistake. Oh, no. Woo, so Super Ninja now taking position from Spec 1. Oh, my goodness. So Spec 1 getting into the dirt there, spitting out. And he has lost P1 to teammate Ninja. And now he's got Cabbages to worry about. His Cabbages is on his back end here. So really unfortunate for Spec 1 there, ladies and gentlemen, as... you can see he's got dirty tires there, and he just kept her on track. So he's going to give that spot to Cabbages there as well. So Spec 1 having a little bit of an issue there into the corner, losing some time. You can see him getting the dirt off his tires there, getting ready to get set up for corner 1 and 2 here. So we'll have to see how Spec 1 responds there. So Mike Cabbage is now benefiting as well, moving up into P2. So our new race leader, ladies and gentlemen, is Rockefeller Racing's LJ Super Ninja now. Just a young man here too, 17 years old now, sorry ladies and gentlemen. Just a young man here driving for Rockefeller Racing, and he has been showing absolutely amazing pace and great racing here for Rockefeller Racing, one of our newest members. So I really like to see it, and here he is again in P1 looking to capitalize on those points to try and build his way up into the standings here. So the way it's working for Ninja is he's just taken over Formula 1 spot completely. He takes his points and everything and just moves forward from there. So Super Ninja has at least a little bit of starting ground to work with there, and P1 is definitely gonna look good on the resume there if he can secure that down with 24 minutes remaining in the race here. But we also know Spec 1's not going to let that go too easy. He's going to put the pressure on, and he's going to try and get back up ahead of Cabbages and his teammate Super Ninja there. So of course Spec 1 needing a top 3 finish here tonight as well. So interesting little set of events. This Laguna Seca, ladies and gentlemen. I told you, it's you just don't know what's going to happen on this racetrack today. The driver you least expected could come home with this win today, just because Laguna Seca is Laguna Seca. It takes very little to make a mistake here, and when you do, you usually pay big for it. So we got Dubs here in 11th place in his Lamborghini. Vegas Paul in that Ferrari. Mr. Kilt in 13th place here. He's just coming up on Vegas Paul here. And then we've got Nolander coming up on Kilter. So Kilter's mixed in with some of the other guys here at the moment. So I'm going to be assuming we're going to start seeing a majority of pit stops happening within the next 2 to 3 laps here. Just judging by what I'm seeing as we're going through the field here. We're not seeing a lot of battles as of yet, but that will change. It has been our youngest member too. Absolutely. Box, says Vic. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Nature of the beast, Spec, never give up. You got this. And you know what? Spec is not a driver who's going to give up either, ladies and gentlemen. That I can assure you. So, my Cabbages, let's go. We got big Cabbages fans up in the house here too as well, man. We love to see it. We're just resetting chat here, ladies and gentlemen. Just bear with me. If I've missed anything, I do apologize. I had to refresh everything. All right, so our current race leader right now, opting not to pit this time around, is Ninja. So let's move up to our second place driver, who's now Spec 1, who's gotten back around Cabbages here. So we knew that Spec was definitely going to put the pressure back on. I didn't expect to see him get around so quickly here. So Spec 1 back into P2 here, and Cabbage is still looking very strong in P3. But when we look at the differences here, Spec 1 has a little bit more tire than Cabbages here. So Spec 1 is just doing a little bit of a better job managing his tires and fuel situation here at the moment. So that does make a difference, ladies and gentlemen. So GVG Jake here sitting in 4th. He is starting to gain on Spec and Cabbages, but Tattooed Freak is all up on GVG Jake's back end here now as well. So Tattooed Freak has made up a pretty good amount of time on GVG Jake, currently sitting in 4th place there. So this battle's starting to develop here on track. We got Badass here in 6th. He's a little bit behind that group there, but we've seen Badass come back from bigger gaps than that before, ladies and gentlemen, in this series. So he ain't out of this yet either. We got Arctic Wolf sitting in 7th place. He's having a fantastic race. Egon sitting in 8th. We've got Roses has now moved his way back up into 9th. Dub sitting in top 10 here. Now, when I talk about drivers as far as most improved drivers go so far this season, this guy's definitely one of the guys on my list. Dubs has gone from wanting to maybe even not even stay in the series just because he's been struggling with it, to coming in top 10s the last couple of races. So definitely showing some grit, some determination, and showing up and doing really well on track here lately. So he's definitely improving as well as the series has been progressing. All the drivers are. We see Kilt having a little bit of a spin there as well. And Mr. Steele back on track here in that Ferrari. Great stuff. So the mechanics have figured out what's going on with that car. They got that car back out on track. We love to see it. out there putting his laps in, putting his race in, and just great stuff here. So great job by all our crews behind the scenes here at DMJ VROOM. They work hard to keep these cars going every day, week in and week out on track for these guys. These guys practicing them hard, they racing them hard, they wear these cars out. So, you know, the crews are working on them throughout the week before the next race, and then these drivers come out and put them through their paces and then redo it all over again in the garage, you know. So it's really great stuff. And we see Cabbages is starting to gain back on spec here a little bit. He is definitely in slipstream range of spec 1 here. So let's just stick with this here for a couple of seconds while Cabbages tries to chase down our second place driver, spec 1. But you can see spec 1, Super Ninja is not far away from spec 1. He's just around the corner there. So spec can still see Super Ninja as well. So from P1 to P3 is only, well, it says 9 seconds, but as you can see, it's not really that far away. It's not that far away at all. And Spec opting to now pit here, so looking like he's going to go for a bit of an undercut situation here as he's coming into pit lane. So Super Ninja opting to come in as well. So my Cabbages is now going to move into P1. That's going to give Tattooed P2 position and should put Badass up on the podium. Yes, it'll put him up at P3 for the time being. So Badass getting some work done, but he is going to have to come in and pit eventually. So be interesting to see where he comes out in comparison with the rest of our drivers here. So let's go get a quick little peek at some of these liveries while they're in the in pit lane here. I'm trying to catch them here. They keep swapping positions on me, because you just get great shots of the liveries here when the cars are sitting up in pit lane. Oh, we just missed Spec. We should have went to Spec first. He went in first. I feel like Kilt was glitching a little bit there. Oh, that's Steel. Okay. We do. I see a little bit of lagging on Steel Reeves' car, but I don't know if it's him. I think it's the lobby in general itself is actually a little bit laggy here. So hopefully, fingers are crossed right now, chat, that the lobby holds up here, because the whole lobby looks like it's lagging a little bit here. So we do have our current race leader for the time being Mike Cabbages, but he absolutely has to pit this lap. He's going to run out of fuel if he doesn't. Tattooed is still able to go around for maybe another lap or two, and he is going to opt to go around one more time here. And let's see what Badass does here. Ooh, he thought about going in. Oh, come on, lobby, settle down, baby. Don't do this to us. So Mike Cabbages has opted to come into pit lane here. So now Tattooed Freak will take the lead of the race. We have Badass, who has opted to go around one more time. So we'll catch Cabbages as he pulls into pit lane here. Hello, how are you today? I'm good, Riley. I'm good. I sent you a message on PlayStation message. You should go check it for me, buddy. We got Nolander here in 10th place as well. We've got Vegas Paul here in 11th. We've got Mr. Kilt. Kilty is doing a little drifty fun here. And then we've got... Oh, we lost 2 drivers. Oh, no, we lost 2 bloody drivers. Oh, no. I knew something was... Oh, so, wow. This shakes up everything, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, wow, what a absolute crazy turn of events here as we see Tattooed Freak now coming into pit lane, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm assuming that Badass is going to come in as well. So we've lost 2 drivers here. I believe we lost GVG Jake, and I believe we lost Steel Reeves. No, Jake disconnected. Yeah. On the PlayStation, right through PlayStation. I sent you a message just privately from me to you, Riley. So when you turn your PlayStation on, go into your messages, and there should be one there. So we'll explain what's going to happen here to you guys shortly about the disconnects here at DMJ as well. Now, typically, in some series and some league events, a disconnect will give you last place points. Some leagues you have a requirement on how much of the race you have to be in before you get points, and in a DMJ series, if you disconnect during the race, you actually do not get any points for the race. So unfortunately for Steel Reeves and GVG Jake, they're not going to receive points for today's race now. It happened to Spec 1 last week. Spec 1, who was sitting third overall in the standings last week, disconnected from the race last week and ended up coming out with 0 points on the day as well. So he suffered the same fate last week, unfortunately. So now Jake is not going to get points. Cartier West isn't in the race today, who is our current standings leader coming into the race today. So we're going to have Cartier West and GVG Jake, who are not going to receive points for today's race. So that's going to sting them in the standings a little bit. And that's going to give drivers like Ninja, like Spec, like Cabbages, Tattooed, Badass, all 5 of those drivers we just shot down there, all have an opportunity to grab a podium position today now, as long as they're able to stay in the race. I'm gutted for these guys, man. I feel so bad for these guys. I mean, it's not their fault. It's the GT Sport game itself. The lobbies have been struggling. I've been seeing a lot more blue screens and a lot more disconnects over on the GT Sport side of things since GT7's come out. And I'm absolutely gutted for these guys. It's absolutely heartbreaking to see that happen. Steel Reeves is still in, so who did we lose? We lost Jake. I think we lost Noland, and no Nolander's there. Arctic Wolf, Egon, Paul. Did we lose both our UK guys? I think we lost both our UK drivers, ladies and gentlemen. No, Roses is here. Who are we missing? We had 14 drivers on track when we started this race tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know who we're missing. So we do have Ninja here, and we're going to do an onboard with Ninja here, as currently he is our race leader, and he's got just a little under 5-second gap on second place Spec 1. So Rockefeller Racing looking strong here, sitting P1, P2 at the moment. And then we have Apex Racing sitting 3, 4, and 5 right behind Rockefeller Racing. So the 2 teams showing a little bit of dominance here at Laguna Seca today, and definitely showing they got some race in them tonight. So love to see it. And then we've got Roses, who's coming in tonight as a guest, and he's having a good race himself as well. So there's Spec coming around right now, and he's gaining a little bit of time. He gained about 1/10.5 there on Super Ninja. And then we have Mike Cabbages sitting in third place, having a very, very fantastic race. And I think that if he can hold this down, this will be his first podium this season here at DMJ. So we're rooting for him out there today, as I'm sure he'd be absolutely thrilled to be sitting there on P3 today, or better. The race isn't over yet. Tattooed Freak is sitting in P4 here. He's not too far behind teammate Cabbage is there either. And then we have Badass sitting in P5. We got Roses sitting in P6. We've got Mr. Nolander in P7. Arctic Wolf in P8. We've got Egon in 9th. We've got Vegas in 10th. We have Mr. Kill Racer in 11th place. And Steel Reeves in 12th. So we lost Dubs and we lost Jake. Which is really unfortunate, because Dubs was having a fantastic race as well. We got Mr. Paul Twig up in the chat with that big thumbs up. How you doing, Paul? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so let's get that on board here with our race leaders. He's coming around the final corner here right now, and we'll even get a little bit of lap traffic shot potentially here. And then we will go find us a battle here on track and look for some action. It's been an interesting race so far. We haven't seen a lot of side-by-side battling in the races. These guys kind of filtered out quite quickly, but these guys always seem to find a way to have a drag race to the start-finish line at the end of a race, it seems like. So a little bit of an interesting turn of events today. It's really, really going to shake up the standings moving into round 8 next week. The standings were already super, super tight. Yeah, this is just going to tighten them up even more, because now all the drivers that are in the mid-pack are going to gain really good points here today on some drivers that unfortunately disconnected from the race today. So It pays to keep on the track, even if you're having a really bad race sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, because unfortunately with electronic sports gaming, disconnects are a real world issue. Alright, so coming into the corkscrew, this is a little tough in cockpit view because it's a little bit of a blind corner, so you really got to know your racetrack here. As we see Ninja going around the outside of Paul here. And I don't think Paul really gave him too much issue there. I think Paul just tucked it down the inside and let him go by there as these guys are asked to do. So great job by Vegas Paul there to let the lead car through nice and safe. And there's our onboard lap with our current race leader, RR Super Ninja, ladies and gentlemen. So currently sitting in P1. We have Spec 1 currently sitting in P2. And then we have Apex Racing Mike Cabbages sitting P3 to round out our podium currently with just under 10 minutes remaining, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see if we can find a battle developing here. We have Tattooed in 4th. Badass coming back with a strong finish here in 5th place. Currently, that could change yet. He could gain spots yet. We have Roses now in 6th. We have Nolander sitting in 7th. We'll get a little bit squirrely on the corkscrew there. You'll probably pick up a penalty for that. And if that's the case, it's most likely going to give Arctic Wolf in 8th place chase them there at the position. Ooh, and Arctic is all up on Nolander's business there, so having a great race. There we go. We wanted to find a battle. Nolander going a little bit wide, doing a really great job keeping the car on track. And Egon's going to go inside. Oh, is he going to hold it? No! Egon goes for the bold move, but he could not hold the corner. Nolander couldn't hold the corner, and Arctic Wolf moves into P7. So a little bit of an opportunistic lunge from Egon there, coming 3 wide into the final corner there. Somehow all 3 of these drivers managed to get through that final corner without wrecking each other. Egon going wide and actually coming out worse off than Arctic Wolf and Nolander there. So that was a little fun and a little crazy, a little exciting. Whew, great job by all the drivers there not to have a ruined race there. And definitely an ambitious move by Egon from behind there, as we have Spec 1 now coming around Paul, who's currently sitting in top 10 as well. He's having a fantastic race here this week. We got Kilt up in 11th, and we got Steele back in the pits. Car still struggling a little bit, so he's got the guys looking at it here again on track. So really unfortunate there, as we've seen some mechanical issues here last couple of races for some of the drivers. Ooh, did I just hear? I heard somebody get crazy loose. Who was that? Oh, okay, I think it was Vegas Paul. We heard some tires squealing there. I just wanted to see if make sure it wasn't one of our leaders here that spun out going into the corner. But we do see Cabbages starting to close up on Spec 1 a little bit. So I do believe Spec 1 made a bit of a mistake going into corner 3 there. And then we have Tattooed. Now Tattooed's coming up on a little bit of traffic. You see Kilt just pulling out of the way there. Roses is coming up. We got Nolander. We got a good little battle here for P7, 8, and 9. But it looks like Arctic is driven away from Nolander and Egon a little bit. But now we have Egon catching up to Nolander here. So let's see if we get ourselves a juicy little battle for P8 here before the end of the race. As we have a move from Egon on the inside between corner 1 and 2 here. And Egon getting that move done quite nicely there. So really great job by Egon to just be patient and pick his moment there. My replays are going funky today. Hey, it's gonna work. All right. So here's that pass for P8 coming into turn 1. Nolander is going a little bit deep there, and Egon just tucks inside, gets around, and move done. So a little bit more of a better, safer, cleaner move there by Egon. And a little less eventful. Ooh, Nolander getting really wide there, managing just to keep that Lamborghini out of the wall. So the tires starting to wear out on that car. So we have Apex now getting up on Vegas Paul, and Vegas Paul pulling out of the way before the Apex. So really great job by Vegas Paul there, as we've seen him have to get out of the way of a few drivers here in the last couple laps. So Super Ninja's looking very strong here in the race lead. Gap is starting to close though. Spec is closing that gap on Super Ninja. It's only 3.3 seconds now with just under 6 minutes remaining. So Super Ninja is currently in the lead, but is he going to keep that lead is the question. So Spec is trying to chase him down. He does have about a 3-second gap on third place driver Cabbages, who is looking fantastic here today. So on his way to another strong race finish here today at Laguna. We have Tattooed Freak sitting in fourth place there. We have Badass back up to fifth place, so he's had a good recovery drive after the spin on turn, was it lap 2 or 3 it was. May have been an incident there, we just missed it unfortunately, we didn't see what happened, but we did see 2 cars spinning there. So Egon now making a move on Arctic there as well. So Egon is on the move here, ladies and gentlemen, now up into P7. So let's take another look at that move as Egon comes up to Arctic Wolf here. He's up in the slipstream. Arctic opting not to defend there, and Egon just takes the inside line there. A little late on the brakes, grabs that apex, and away he goes. So great job by Egon there to start making up some ground. So another good pass there by Egon, back up into P7 here. So moving along nicely. Arctic Wolf down to P8. We have Nolander in P9. We got Vegas Paul in 10th. Kilty in 11th, and we see Steel. Kai's is still looking at the car there for Steel in 12th place. Bold move, respect, great battles, and clean. Absolutely, Vic, absolutely. No, that's not what I'm saying, Riley. Not at all. That's not what I'm saying, guy. I just want to know if you want digital or disc. We're going to send it. Do you have PayPal, Riley? It's just going to be easier for me just to directly send you the cash for it because of how difficult it is to send, to get a PSN code for you from Canada, Australia, my friends. So we got to find a different way to get it for you. But you just tell me, you tell me how we can do it, and we'll make sure it happens here in the next couple days, my guy. And if you guys are just wondering, Riley Brinkley's is up in the chat. He's one of our recipients of a free copy of GT7, ladies and gentlemen. Young man from Australia. So I've just been having an issue getting him that copy because I live in Canada, and whatever they have for legal rules between Canada and Australia makes it a little bit difficult to send things. So we're just sorting that issue out here. So if you guys are wondering what's going on there, he's just one of the recipients of the free copies of Gran Turismo 7 that we gave away here a couple weeks ago with DMJ and GT45 Gaming in the community. So yeah, we're just trying to get the young man his copy so he can get into the game. So we have Egon. Egon has been making some tracks here. Let's get caught back up with what's going on here. As we've lost 2 races. Steel Reeves, the guys have gotten that sort of back out. You must have a loose wire maybe to a, an ignition wire or something going on in that car. Is just rattling loose and it's giving the car problems because he's right back out again. So mechanics are working really, really hard on the Steel Reeves crew tonight. Love to see it. And he's right back out there to give her again. So we have 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this race here. Super Ninja is still in the lead, but Spec 1 is starting to bite into that time. It was 3.3 seconds last lap. It's now 2.9. So Spec 1 is running out of time to get that position from Super Ninja, but absolutely closing the gap up. And then Cabbages is about 5.5 seconds, so he's not closing up on Spec, but he's not driving any slower either. He's still on the pace he was. Spec has just picked up the pace a little bit to try and catch Super Ninja. So Tattooed Freak in 4th place here. He's having a great drive here. And then teammate Badass behind, about 12 seconds behind in 5th place. He's just getting around Vegas Paul there. We see Roses in 6th. He's coming just up to the corkscrew there. So Rose's position is just a guest driving position, so his position actually won't count as a finished position tonight. So Egon technically sitting in 6th place right now. Arctic Wolf currently sitting in 7th. We got Nolander currently technically sitting in 8th place. Vegas Paul would be sitting in 9th, and Kilt will actually be rounding out the top 10 here tonight with Steel Reeves in 11th place. So Super Ninja looking really solid here, but teammate chasing him down. So team captain is going to start trying to put the pressure on the young lad here and see what happens. So it should be a little bit interesting. A minute and a half left. So some of these drivers are going to get one more lap, and some of these drivers are going to be on their final lap, depending where on the racetrack they are here. So Super Ninja is going to get one more lap here. Spec and Cabbages are all going to get a final lap here. So this is going to come down to one more lap for our podium finish here today. And we will be jumping into chat to have some interviews with these drivers after the race here as well. So when the race is complete, ladies and gentlemen, don't run away. It's not going to be over yet. And then when we're done now, we're actually going to open up a lobby on GT Sport tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for a couple hours. And we're going to do some Group 3 racing if anybody's interested. Of course, you don't have to, but we're going to see who's out there still. So Cabbages is closed up on Spec. So Spec must have made a mistake because Spec has lost time on Ninja here now. So Spec must have wiggled a corner here somewhere trying to chase down Super Ninja. So LJ's looking pretty comfortable here now in first place. And Spec is only 1.7 seconds ahead of my Cabbages here. So Spec 1's going to have to make sure he's on point here if he wants to maintain that P2. Coming around to the start-finish line here. We should just make sure we get to the rest of our drivers here, because some of these guys might not get a final lap. As Roses comes across in 6th place, ladies and gentlemen. So Arctic Wolf will come across in 7th. We're going to have Egon coming across in 8th. They all move up position because Roses isn't driving for points tonight. Nolander is in 9th place, so he will move up to 8th position here. And then we see our leader coming just in behind Nolander there. So Nolander 9th, and our race winner tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Rockefeller Racing's LJ Super Ninja. And finishing in 2nd is Spec 1. And just shortly behind him is my Cabbages for 3rd place. So great job by all the drivers there. And we see Badass now moving up into 4th place. And I will promise you that that is team leader Tattooed Freak giving Badass that position right there to let him get the points gained. So Tattooed moving into 5th place. And massive respect to Tattooed Freak from Apex Racing right there, ladies and gentlemen. He gave up P4 to his teammate, who's just sitting in a better standing situation to help his teammate out get further up the standings. So teamwork coming into play right there, and team leader Tattooed Freak opting to give that position to Badass there and allow Badass to get the gain in the points. So really great work by Apex Racing there, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't need to be told that that's what happened, because I seen what the distance between those two drivers was, and there's no way that that Badass made up 13 seconds in a lap, ladies and gentlemen. So congratulations to our top 3, Super Ninja, Spec 1, and my Cabbages. So we're going to jump into the chat shortly here, as soon as I get untangled. maybe. So our race winner is LJ Super Ninja, and I believe that is his first race win this season. He's had a couple of podiums this season, so he's been showing really good pace. And unofficial race results, ladies and gentlemen, is 1st place Super Ninja, 2nd place Spec 1, 3rd place My Cabbages, 4th place Badass, 5th place Tattooed Freak. Today's race, 6th place is Roses, but he's just driving as a guest tonight, so that's kind of a nil and void placement. So Arctic is going to finish in 6th, Egon's going to finish in 7th, Nolander's going to finish in 8th, Paul's going to finish in 9th, Kilt will finish in the top 10 today, and Steel Reeves will finish in P11. And then we did lose GVG Jake and BA Dubs here tonight. So unfortunately for those two drivers, there's going to be a loss of points on the day, which really is unfortunate. And fastest lap on track tonight belonging to Apex Racing's Badass WR with a 126.048. So he will pick up 2 bonus points there for fastest lap as well. And Spec 1 picking up 1 bonus point for the pole position in qualifying. So can't wait to see the standings next week, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to be interesting. So I'm just going to flip you over to a different screen here, so just bear with. Which one? That was correct. We just had a picture up that I forgot to remove from last week. Alright, so we're going to jump into the chat with these guys. And we're going to do our podium interviews with our drivers. And then we're going to let these guys do their race debrief. So I'm sure there's lots to talk about. That was a pretty exciting early part of the race there. We didn't catch everything that happened on track, unfortunately. But we definitely caught some interesting stuff on track there in this race. So I'd be interested to see what the drivers have to say about that today. Yeah, save the replay. Yep, save the replay. I'm gonna share it out so it'll be available for you guys as well. Yes, Roses. Oh, was he? So was Dub still there too? Okay, so my results aren't the same results as what actually happened then. Oh, well, congratulations, Jake. Okay. Um, yeah, like you weren't on, like you weren't even in my in the replay, man. I didn't blue screen though. That's so weird. Wow. Yeah, because every car was glitching, and I thought the lobby was gonna crash, and then all of a sudden, it showed me two drivers left the room, and then everything was good. So weird. Okay. 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 All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we do have podium
Yeah, come
interviews,
close to the
but
lobby. Yeah, take on. I'm still sharing.
as I am just been informed by our drivers on the stream, what you guys saw was GVG Jake and BA Dubs leave the track. That's actually not the case. They were in the race the whole time. So it actually turns out that GVG Jake finished P3 overall. And I'm not sure where Dubs finished, so we're going to have to go and watch Dubs' stream to see where he placed. Thankfully, he was live on Twitch, so I could confirm with him on that. And so the podium interviews are going to be a little bit different, I guess. It's not going to be Cabbages in P3. It is actually going to be GVG Jake. So
Cabbages.
we're gonna go to
Well,
GVG Jake first. So I'd love to say it was an amazing race, and it looked like you had a really good race. But to me, you weren't there for three-quarters of the race. So tell us how your race was, Jake. Let us know how everything went for you.
It was actually pretty fun after the first corner incident. I just muted my mic, just got my head down, tunnel vision for the whole race, and I saw Spec come out of the pits on the mediums again, so I pushed a little bit harder, and I just wasn't able to get him. I think it was about 0.7, the gap at the end. But it was a fun race. I knew what my strategy was pretty early.
All right. Well, if one of you guys has a replay that actually shows all the cars for the whole race, let me know. Share
Yeah,
it.
I'm
Share it
sharing
out for
one
me, and
I'm sharing one now.
maybe we'll do a rebroadcast of the race on Friday. Because that sounds like we missed a really good battle right at the end there. That's really unfortunate.
Did you at least get me in Specs battle?
I got you in spec. You guys were on the track the whole time. Vic was in chat cheering you guys on the whole race. So you guys had
Sweet.
some fans up in the house tonight. So with that being said, let's get on with spec here as well. Our P2 driver. Any shoutouts, Jake? Sorry, I'm a little all over the place today.
Obviously you, DMJ for putting it on, GVG for letting me run under the name, and all the races on track, of course. It was a cracking race. I enjoyed it coming through the field.
Well,
Thank
Boss
you very
Man
much.
Ghost Viper will be very, 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 very pleased to hear that you got P3 and not disconnect, because he was watching when it looked like you disconnected on the stream. So he was pretty bummed that you. It looked like you disconnected from the race. So he'll be pretty happy to hear that you got locked down at P3 for the GVG squad there today as well. So. And congratulations. All right, so now we're going to move to P2. Our second place driver, Rockefeller Racing Spec 1, ladies and gentlemen. So you made the race today, buddy. You got all the way through it. How did it feel for you today? Is he still in the chat?
you guys got me?
Yeah, there he is. He's there.
Hey. Yeah, it went pretty good and a lot better than I thought with zero practice. I thought I had good pace. I was conserving fuel like crazy, and then I decided to get overzealous and aggressive and tried to take a wider line coming out of the corkscrew and decided to have a yard sale, you know.
Yeah, and by doing
Put
so,
it in the
you
dirt.
gave your teammate P1 there, but it still looked like a good solid
Yeah,
recovery.
so, yeah, it was, after that I was in pure damage control. I think I was at one point almost 8 seconds behind him. Just conserving fuel saved me a bunch of time in the pits, and then after that it was just trying, hopefully LJ made a mistake, and then all of a sudden there's Jake behind me going, alright, maybe I should have done soft tires, because apparently they can make it the whole time, so, yeah.
Well, it was an absolutely great race, and you and teammate Super Ninja there were having a very good early on battle there as well, and you were starting to reel him in right at the end of the race there, but we missed it on stream, but you must have just had a little bit of a slip up in one of the corners coming around on the final 2 minutes there, and just lost track of him there, so looked like you were going to give us a pretty good drag ratio there again, but unfortunately just not quite able to get up there this time.
Yep, I was hoping for it, but just ran out of time.
Well, it's going to be good points for you moving into next week. Obviously, with the blue screen last week, that really kind of stung you a little bit in the standings. So, great result for you today, and that should definitely boost you right back up into the standings and back into the fight here, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see when the dust settles after this one. So.
Absolutely, and of course, any shoutouts?
Team Rockefeller Racing. Yeah, just that's it, man.
Awesome, and congratulations. Love to see it, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks.
All right, and ladies and gentlemen, the winner of tonight's event here over in California, Laguna Seca, is Rockefeller Racing's LJ Super Ninja. Congratulations, brother. I believe this is your first win for the series, is it not?
This is my first win.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, and I'm sure it probably feels pretty darn good. Now coming in as your full-time driver here in the series as well, so really great result for you, and just talk us through your race.
So, yeah, in qualifying, I got a good time, not optimal, but it was still really good. The start was nice, got a really fast, clean launch, and then when me and Spec went side by side a few times, nice, clean racing. I didn't really know my strategy. I know I'm not going to use softs. I'm not a good tire saver, but I can save fuel. So I just went medium. It worked out in the end. Kind of got to thank other drivers for respecting the blue flags and all. From everyone, it was clean racing with Spec, not alone, with other people too.
Yeah, there were some pretty good battles in the mid-pack near the end of the race, some pretty brave moves at some points, but I mean, all the drivers making it through pretty neat and tidy. There's a little bit of contact coming, of course, around turn 1 at the start of the race, which you would expect, just racing incidental contact with too many drivers in one corner at the same time, but it was a really good race for the most part, and you just had some great pace tonight, and of course, capitalizing on teammates' mistake there and getting P1, and once you kind of grabbed that, you just it looked like you just were working on maintaining that gap but not looking back.
Yep, just kind of keep my head down.
Awesome. And of course, any shout-outs as well for you?
Yeah, I want to thank Rockefeller Racing and Adam for the livery, and of course you and DMJ for these amazing races.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, man, and I hope it's not the only one for you. We got 3 races left in the season, so hopefully we can see you back on top of that thing again yet this year, and have another great interview by a very well-spoken and very young man who's very mature on the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. Super Ninja is only 17 years old and winning 16, sorry, pardon me, and winning here at DMJ round 7. So congratulations, mate. DMJ is going to be thrilled for you, I can guarantee you that, and can't wait to see what you guys bring to us next week. It looks like, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving over to Spa, and I hear the weather is bad this time of year over at Spa, so don't miss next week. And same time, same place, round 8, ladies and gentlemen. Love you guys. Congratulations to all our drivers. Great job out there, and we'll see you guys next week.
That's it, guys.
Yeah, you guys are free to talk. Free to go, free to go. Thanks, guys. Well, I got a replay. We'll see what the replay shows me. think that's the right one. What's up, everybody? We back. I just gotta set my rig up. Bear with. There we go. What's up, everybody? Alright, so you guys are in chat. It'll be a chill chat night tonight. I'll let them know that they're on screen now. Yeah, you guys are on stream, just so you know. We're live again, just so you know. They can hear you. Yeah, just letting you know.
Right. As far as like my size, dude, I'm fucking 6'1" and about 285.
Hashtag DMJ says Vegas Ball. Hashtag DMJ, baby. I'll find a replay that shows all the cars on track, and we'll do a rebroadcast on Friday, you guys. I'm all bummed out. I missed all the goodness. It's one of Cabbage's buddies. Or I can commentate for you guys on Wednesday. Well, no, Cav just let me know what was going on. The stream isn't going to stop until I have to stop it, right? So the stream will literally stop like the day I have to unhook my equipment, basically. Because my internet where I'm at won't get cut off. It's a part of my rental agreement. So the internet stays until the day I unhook it, basically. So the day I'm moving will basically be the day that the stream gets shut down, and then until I can get internet hooked back up is when it'll be back up again. So it might only be a day or two, or it could be a week. It's hard to say. So yeah, I mean, I'm still available for comms. I'm just not interested in any more races on GT Sport for sure. But comms, I'm always interested in comms, man. It's my bread and butter. All right, brother. You guys all ready? Yeah, I agree. And yeah, no, I agree 100%. Yeah. Yeah. As long as I can be home in time for it, for sure. Yeah, no, that'd be good. Yeah, and then we can make up. I can design up some graphics so we can make it kind of your own thing for you, and yeah. I'm doing trophies. But if you have drivers from all over the world, trophies is a tough thing to do because it costs you a fortune in shipping them all over the world, right? So for me, it's not so bad because everybody but Jake is situated in North America, so shipping's not going to break the bank, so to speak, for DMJ to ship trophies out, right? Because I'll be sending them from North America. But if Jake finishes on the top 3 in the season, then they're going to have to send him his trophy from the UK. In other words, it's going to cost a fortune to send it. Any kind of, sure, or make it like a PlayStation credit or whatever, right? Well, it depends on what your sponsors are willing to ante up. Maybe you can give away like a T300 wheel pedal to the winner or something like that, right? True. That is true. We actually got a half-ass full lobby, chat. Look, a lobby that works. I feel like my wheel's not working. A pinned comment? Pinned comment? In the bottom of your what? Oh, like a sponsor code. You never know. Doesn't hurt to ask, right? I typically don't charge anybody anything. I don't charge people to do it. For my community, I do it for free. Ooh, I fucked that corner right up. I don't know who I just took out, but that's what he gets for trying to make that move. Fuck, I haven't driven GR3 in this game, or I haven't driven the Super in a while. Oh, I had a guy just try to punt me too, man. Oh yeah, a guy tried to get me, but I countered him for once. For once I got him instead of him getting me. This fucking guy in his Lamborghini's flying though, man. I cannot catch this guy. Holy fuck. On GT7? Yeah. Just can't switch the car? Yeah, I know. There might be stuff they might change down the road, though. You never know, right? I'm sure lots of players are going to give them feedback on things they'd like to see different, right? A lot of that stuff is probably changeable. Especially for guys with digital copies. I'm catching you, motherfucker. One mistake with that Lambo and I'm gonna get you, boy. Shit, caught the wall. Just clipped the outside wall through the chicane. Lost a couple miles an hour there. At the moment, yeah, it's not, well, it's not for commentating, no. I mean, like, there's no replays, there's no keyboard, like, I'm only can do what I can do on controller, right? So, I mean, I can still cycle through cars and all that shit. I just can't do, like, replays and stuff of, like, passes or incidents, you know. I can't go back 15, 20 seconds to show that again. And I can't use my keyboard with all the shortcut keys and the camera angles and everything, because there's no program or implement for it in GT7 yet. So I'm hoping that they do address that, because shit, I fucked up. Got a guy going backwards on the fucking racetrack. Everything on the DMJ screen except for the 2 race detail posters I show right at the beginning of the stream, I've made myself, yeah. And I mean, that's just learning how to do it. I can definitely do it much better now. But yeah, it's not that hard to do. Just do it through a painting program on my computer. It's like a partial thumbnail building shit. Well, no, there's some... No, the GT7's releasing like a Champions League, like a ranked league too, man. So it's gonna be... I think that's what he's talking about. Oh. Okay, so they haven't released it yet then. Well, you definitely earn some money from it. The problem is you gotta kind of spend money to make it though, too, at the same goddamn time. This guy's gonna take me out. Oh boy. Yeah. You haven't said any names. You're just talking. Well, you never know, I suppose, but... Exactly, man. Exactly. That's it. Oh. You punted badass in lap 2? Sorry? It's all good, brother. It happens, my guy. It happens. It happens. It happens. It happens. Well, it was a good race except for the one chicane. For... Oh. Alright, that guy can't be in here with that fucking kind of a statement. Where is he? Alright, well we'll get rid of him. We'll get rid of him. He needs to watch his language while I'm live. No, this guy in chat. Well, yeah, but this is a DMJ broadcast, man. I don't want this shit all over the general chat. If this is how these kids are gonna talk, I'm just gonna shut the lobby down. They can't say that kind of stuff. That's ridiculous. I mean, you can say it in much better ways. Where are we going? Brands Hatch? What should I take? What are we driving, guys? Brands Hatch. You have to link a bank card. Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, let's see if the kids drive better or worse now that I told them all I'm actually live. Yeah, I was just going to ask the same thing, actually. You might have to go on the browser to do it. I think I was polite about that though, right? Watch how you comment, please. I'm live. I could have been meaner. No worries. Yeah, guys, we're just trying to have some fun here on GT Sport while we're forced to race over here. Yeah, still for a couple of weeks, man. Don't be dicks. You can tell that the lobbies are hurting. Look at all the flags. We got a Finland guy. We got what? Mexico, Canada, U.S., U.K. We got Cuba. We got Mexico. We got I don't know who that is. Turkey. That might be a Turkey flag. I see that. I can't. It's so hard to do this on the steering wheel. Yeah. Yeah, I just put it in there. Let's kick this damn thing off. It's the best way to do things, man. I love PayPal. I never put money from my bank card to my PayPal. If I'm going to send somebody money for PayPal, I just send it from my bank card. I don't send it from my PayPal. Just go to send money and then use bank card instead of use PayPal. No, when you go to send your buddy money, right? So you choose the PayPal account you want to send somebody money to, and then when you click on that account, it's going to give you an option to use your PayPal account or use a credit card or a debit card. So you select use debit card, and then you put in your information, and it'll let you use your debit card or your credit card. Yeah, yeah. Oh, well, maybe they're doing maintenance or something. You were checked in, weren't you? Everybody was ticked in. I checked before I started. Want to red flag it? Bank to bank through email. There's a That's not your fault, bro. I went sideways there. I'll just keep going. Couldn't do that without making contact, eh, kid? Like, seriously, come on, you guys. I gave you all the fucking room in the world, man. That's twice I've been fucking pushed off the track this race already. And it's literally from guys purposely doing it, too, fuck. What do you mean? For what? Fuck's sakes. You can. That's how I get paid from Facebook too. Exactly. They make a shit ton of money just for transferring from one country's currency to another, for crying out loud. Shit. Too much GT7. I can't do this anymore. True. I bought all my rig, everything I bought for my rig when I bought my wheel, my stand, everything I paid for it all with PayPal. No, there's got to be an issue with the PayPal account somewhere. You might be missing a step. There might be something you have to do. PayPal's a bit of a finicky bitch at the same time as it is very helpful. But yeah, no, I get my Facebook payouts come through PayPal as well. They don't send it to my bank account, they send it to my PayPal. And even my bank, when I talked to my bank about it when I was setting up my stream and my monetization and everything, because I was going to set up a separate business account for it, right? And even my bank told me, you know what, it's safer and better to do it on PayPal. So I'm like, okay. You're the bank, that's what you're telling me. Yeah, I'm not going to go that far, but it is. Yep. I don't have a credit card. I have what I make and not a penny more. I used to have credit cards. There you go. There you go. Dude, there could be a 1 or 2 day wait for you to take money from your bank to PayPal, though. Cursor's not working. That was a dirty ass fucking race, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're fun. If you know the rhythm of it. Did my YouTube shut down? Oh, I thought my YouTube shut down. Oh, look, Seaside. You guys are so original. Well, you don't really... You're not going to have to let them go. They're just going to go around you. Typically, it's up to the LMP driver to find a safe way around the Group 3 car driver, but it depends on the league setup. Yep. Not a lot of room in the infield section per se, but yeah, you got those big round corners, man. That's where the LMPs get to make their go. That'll be a fun race. Oh, hey, Bunk's in here. One of the GTC guys is up in the house here. Well, for Badass, it's Eastern. Well, this should be interesting. Let's see how many times we get punted this time, chat. Well, there's definitely kids still playing the game. There's no question about that. I mean, the lobby's full, but you know, the driving's a little questionable. Oh, I know, man, right? Sounds good, kill, brother. I know, brother. Hey, a Kilster cookie. Oh. We'll see if it tastes better. Busted. Whenever, yeah, I'm waiting. Later, guilty, bro. I know he left already. Yeah, I know this is a pretty gnarly set of lobby here, guys. So this is going to be battle of the outwit everybody else. We're just going to have to be super smart here. All right, let's turn this on. Hopefully, with any luck, we just get placed somewhere near the front, and we don't have to deal with too much of it. No. It's so hard talking to this guy. Marty. I'm still trying to get it to him. Nah, it's just one of my community members. I told him I'd buy him a copy. he just doesn't understand what he doesn't understand what I'm saying to him sometimes. It's really hard to communicate with him. He takes things differently than what you mean sometimes. So I'm just trying to, word things really simply for him, right? I'm like, no, I'm paying for it. Do you have PayPal? I'm gonna have to actually maybe get into a voice chat with him and just, that might be easier. He might jump in. Oh no, this is the DMJ chat. Whoa, super out. Holy shit, Batman. Get it together, Ghost. That was almost like the other super that just spun out there. So... just take him out, eh? Little brake check here, there, little apex hogging here and there. It's an initiation. Fuck! That was so nice of that kid to push me into the wall like that, right into the chicane. Well, I can see some things never fucking change. I can guarantee you, chat, that come GT7 when they fix the lobbies, there'll be no random lobbies. You want into my lobby? You better be on my friends list. Because I am not doing this. I've got over 300 Gran Turismo friends on my friends list. It doesn't take long, man. Most of the guys that race with us all the time are already followers of the page, though, right? So, it's all good. But this whole public lobby thing, man, Well, and I feel like the in the final corner where he forced him wide there too, I think that was a little unnecessary as well. I thought that was a bit of a dirty push off the track to make sure he took that position from Hamilton too. You're 100% right, Spec. I couldn't see Jake or Dubs on track for like 15 minutes of that race, man. That'll be interesting to explain to DMJ when I send the results in later. No, I hear ya. This fucking kid, I just bumped him and took him out. And of course, what do? I stop and give the place back because I have respect. Well, him and Spec kind of got out ahead of you guys pretty early on, too. So that kind of probably helped a little bit. Ninja. Super Ninja. Yeah, you were right there. It was still a good... Yeah, he apologized to Chad for that earlier. I don't know if I said it or not, though. No shit. Yeah. Well, and you still came up with a good result. You're still sitting good. Well, I think it'll start to change a little bit now. Everybody's kind of got that initial grind out of their system now. Just give me 1 sec, Spec. I'll read that in 1 second, brother. At the end, I lost 2.5 gap the first match because you couldn't see Jake was drag racing me for the last 3 or 4 laps. I should have used softs. Oh, gotcha. Okay, now I gotcha. All gravy, baby. Time to go tits up and get some sleep. All right, my guy. Good race tonight, man. Not gonna lie, I love seeing that Rockefeller one too. Definitely love seeing that Rockefeller one too, brother. Just wish I wasn't having such punty races in this one tonight. I wish I was, you know, having a battle somewhere. This is why I don't do lobbies anymore, for this exact reason. Definitely a World Cup style race here. Hey, brother, you and me both. Thanks for the killer commentating. Well, it would have been better if I actually seen two cars on track, so we might re-crack at it Friday. We might redo it Friday. Go Canada! I could use some crack about now. I know I got to practice for SFR yet tonight, so I'm probably going to shut this down pretty soon so I can open up an SFR and do a few runs. You know what? Since we're staying the same, I'm switching cars. Let's just get some practice. What the hell is wrong with these guys? Everybody just wants to race Seaside, fuck. Oh, you guys can't hear the game. Shit, why don't you guys say something?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
You know, like that whole thing with, I don't know who it was, Grimm or whatever, where he was saying, like, I made a move on him or whatever and bumped him. Like, you got to be able to tell. Like, I don't remember getting contact with somebody, or it was I got pushed into him. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, him not knowing, like, is it clean of me to do the same thing right back to the person? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know. Like, I wanted to say, dude, if he done that to you, he didn't do it purposely, and no, you're not supposed to retaliate even if that person done it to you. That's not how OFR is.
That's not how any
Retaliate
right.
is not
I
it.
mean, that's just racecraft in general. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it happened 2 or 3 times to the same person, then it's one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. If that person keeps on doing it same thing over and over and over and over, then yeah, completely understandable.
Well, and that was the thing, and that's what got me so pissed off, dude. To the point where I rage quit, was because of the fact that, like, it happened over and over and over to me by the same 2 or 3 people. You know what I mean? Like.
And they, because they were on chat, they're, oh yeah, they were on chat. Do that to him because he done it to me.
Oh boy, so you got a bunch of newbies. That's interesting. They just gotta learn.
I agree with Cabbages, you know, like, a lot of those guys were just fucking annoying. Like, even, like, Jake sent me a message on Discord. He was like, I'm muting my fucking headset. I'm muting the chat.
I'm so glad that it wasn't just me, because I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I don't know if I can do this, man.
You know, like,
I don't even know how they. I don't even know how they got in. Like how like all of a sudden it was just like boom, Lex fucking joined everything, and all of his MGC joined along with it.
It wasn't just Lex. It was a lot of those guys. You know, like even Grim and fucking Thrasher and who's that dude that was fucking talking about wall riding and trying to legitimize wall riding.
Was that Sauce?
Yes.
Oh, you just put
Yeah.
wall
Saucy
penalties
Demon?
on, and that takes care of that.
That's TCR that's TCR Captain.
No. It was somebody else, dude. God, I can't think of what his name now was.
It's not Nismo.
No, it was something else. Nismo wasn't even all that clean.
What, in that race?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I can't think of what the hell the guy's name was. The dude who was in the GTSNA chat that was saying like, is it really wall riding if you're only bumping the corners? God, what was his fucking name in the game?
Can't believe guys actually ask that kind of stuff. These guys keep
I'm
picking
trying to
Dragon
scroll
Trail,
back in
so
Discord right now.
I flipped it on reverse and about half the fucking group left.
Oh, I'm in the wrong chat.
What do you want, Chabby?
Alright, chat.
go?
Last race. Everybody else is taking off. I'm just here with a lobby full of random people now, and well, they're not driving all that great. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them. Some of these guys are
I
quick.
don't know who the fuck you're talking about, but let me see.
Yeah, I'm scrolling back right now to see if I can find his name.
Don't you remember you talked to me about it after, asking about the situation and how the contact happened and stuff like that?
You're talking to me?
No, me.
No, I'm talking to
Oh,
Badass.
GG's, chat.
Yeah, that was Captain that you were having issues with.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't call it an issue. I would just say that I was a bit confused about sort of who had the place in that situation.
Man, you had a half a car length on him. Me and Ninja Kid went over this whole race together. You were literally a half a car ahead of him, and he did not slow down coming into the turn and going through that chicane, and just both of you guys sent. Well, not both of you guys. You were going through normal, and he should have just let off and conceded that. But
Just wondering who's in the race so that I know, like, if I get into that situation again, how I should take the corner. Because I'm not interested in getting into an altercation. Like, if that's how he drives, I'll just wait until the straightaway and just take him on the straightaway. That's why I was so surprised that he tried to take that corner. Because in my head, I'm like, whatever, if I take this, he's just gonna pass me on the straight. Like, who cares? Because you got a slipstream coming up. Like, what are you fighting for this position for? There's no benefit to that.
Tough Scene, is that him? Freak?
yes. That was him. You scrolled
I'm
back
not-
faster than I was.
Well, no, I'm just looking on the sign up, and I'm trying to think what's his name, like actual name on the street, like in the game.
Tough Scene. That's what it was on GT7.
Yeah, but I think that was all nicknames. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, be Tough Scene then, yeah. Yes, because I was like, yes, tough. Jump into a chat, because you had said, yeah, tough.
Yeah, because when I first got into the lobby, I was watching him do it, and every lap he was
I
doing,
could
he
use
was
a fucking lobby full of real
just
racers
wall riding
right
the
now.
fucking that turn, whatever it is, 2 or 3.
I'm fucking tired of getting
you know.
taunted, man.
And then even once I quit, I went back in there and watched. But Jake was saying too, like with that dude, you know,
Like,
like
yay,
you put
another
down a
race, I
fast
get to race
fucking
from
qualifying
fucking
lap,
fuck nowhere
but
in the
his
middle of the
racecraft
fucking
was
park
garbage.
again.
You know what I mean? Like sending it in corners, fucking bashing people out of the way. Like Jake and him got into it once, and like I came out of like turn 2, and Jake was like spun sideways and on his way getting going again, and Tough Scene was there, and they both got into an accident because Tough Scene sent it into the corner, and I just bashed Jake in the rear, dude, and sent him flying, you know, to get him going down the track faster again.
Are you in a lobby practicing that Daytona track, Dennis?
Not yet. I'm in here looking at. I suppose I don't even need to really look at this anymore.
I think I might have found somebody to. I found somebody to create my skull sticker for me.
Oh fuck! I forgot to
Because I
send
can't
that
find
back.
it in GT Sport yet. But he said he had to do it in 2 different layers.
You might. Some guys.
And he actually sent me the SVG file so I can upload it myself.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about it. You can just have it.
I
as
just
yours.
have to get my laptop out, sign on to my Discord, and then save it to my laptop.
Yes, sir. Well, no, you can upload the decal from your cell phone too.
So that I
You
can
do it on your
upload it
phone.
into GT7. But also, he told me that if there was any other stickers that I needed, to let him know. And I then said to him, I'm like, awesome, that would be great. And asked him if he had a decal that he runs, you know, like his own logo or design. And he sent me a small logo because I told him, I'm like, yeah, I'm part of a racing team, dude, and we all run the same liveries, and I'd be more than happy to put your decal on our car. I mean, it doesn't have to be huge. Or whatever.
Absolutely.
It is what it is. So I just gotta get, like I said, I gotta get on my laptop and upload it to GT7 and see how it looks. 11 o'clock already.
Yep.
I've been trying to fucking grind on GT7 whenever I got a little bit of time, dude. I try and go and do a couple of fucking races that pay so that I can try and get a bunch of fucking money, because apparently if I'm gonna create liveries, I'm gonna have to like have a lot of fucking cars.
Yes, you are.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, you're not just giving cars. You're gonna have to fucking
Buy them.
Yep.
Well, thing is too is like I don't know, like this whole fucking Gran Turismo and you know, the microtransactions that they're talking about. You know, like somebody did a YouTube video not too long ago, right? So there's a car
Fucking hate this racetrack.
that's, what did he say it was? $30 million or something like that? And if he wanted to buy that car, he'd have to get 30 million credits, and with the microtransactions, 2 million credits at $20 a fucking pop, it would have cost him over $200 to buy that car.
Jesus.
But, you know, looking at it now, once I start getting a paycheck and take care of some bills and repaying some loans, I don't have an issue with spending $20 to get 2,000 credits. You know what I'm saying? To go buy a GT3 or a GT4 car if I need to.
Yep.
So. I don't know. I think I'm done for the night. I'm so hooked on this fucking oh, cabbage.
Yeah.
You watch a lot of movies, right, with your old lady?
I do.
You have Netflix?
I do.
Have you seen, what's it called? It's a new movie that was just released on Netflix. It's like trending right now. It's got the dude Ryan Reynolds.
Red Alert or Red something like that?
No, I'm looking right now. The Adam Project.
No, I haven't seen that. I did see the ad for that, but I didn't try to watch it yet.
It's fucking good, dude. Like, if you like Ryan Reynolds because of his attitude,
He's funny.
You know, like the way he is in Deadpool.
Yes,
you know,
because he's amazing.
His
I'm
whole
not giving these
attitude
guys
like
a chance
that,
to vote because all they do is keep voting Seaside.
dude. So basically, like,
we all
the
need all the
story
cars,
is, like,
man. I know. I
it's
gotta get grinding
2050,
too.
and he's
I
like
just need
in
to get
the
off
future,
this game.
and he steals this jet and like goes back to 2022, and finds himself as a 12-year-old boy to try and do something. Right? I don't want to give too much away, but the 12-year-old boy that they cast to play him as a young 12-year-old boy has that same fucking attitude and witty fucking like to it. And for him as an adult and him as a child to go at each other is fucking hilarious, dude. Like, it's
I'm gonna have to
awesome.
watch this.
I'm gonna find it on my Netflix on my phone, and I'm gonna share it to the Discord. Because, like I said, dude, it's fucking hilarious.
What is it called again?
It's
Adam
called
Project.
the Adam Project.
Okay.
It's like top 10 trending right now on YouTube. I'm
On
about to
YouTube or
post it.
Netflix?
On Netflix, I'm sorry.
I know
I'm about to
Netflix.
post it in our Discord.
I know Netflix US and Netflix Canada are different, but you guys get way more shit.
Alright, we're not giving these kids a chance
Wait,
to
Tattoo,
choose
are
this
you in
time.
the States?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in
dude.
Wisconsin.
I thought you had the Canadian flag on.
No.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you sure?
I would hope he's sure. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he knows where he's living. But yeah, no, it definitely does run American flag on the game.
And
Oh,
I'm
I just
tripping.
posted a link to that movie in our general Discord. In the Apex Racing general chat. Discord.
Thank you.
Dude, it's so fucking good, dude.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, I hate these stupid fucking wet races. They don't tell you, and then you gotta go back and get goddamn intermediates. Why doesn't it just tell you before you go in, this is gonna be a wet race? You gotta click all the way into it to see the fucking rain coming down.
Oh, tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yeah, I suppose it is, isn't it?
17th. Yeah, so I'm also like super.
That was
big
an
into
interesting
watching-
race. Yeah, that was definitely an interesting race, Nolan. It was a good one. Especially since I couldn't
Watching,
see anything.
A show called The Blacklist.
Yeah, that's a good show.
I'm so into it right now. I watch like 2 or 3 episodes every night.
It's a long show too. You've got
Yeah.
plenty to watch.
I think there's like 8 seasons, and it's still running.
Yeah. It does
I love
sort of-
his attitude, dude.
Yeah, it does sort of feel like later on that it gets a bit like, okay, is something real actually gonna happen?
Repetitive.
It does. I don't want to burst your bubble, because if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I watched the first, I think, 3 seasons, and then
I'm on season 4.
Okay, it's just got a bit repetitive for my preferences, since I stopped watching it. It's
Well,
like,
the thing
okay,
is,
like,
though,
we're gonna find this chick's father, and then there's always some guy, and you know.
Well, the thing is I understand what you're saying, But like, what I liked about is they have like all the storylines are pretty much similar, but then there's secondary storylines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when Elizabeth gave birth to the kid and died, I'm like, what the fuck? They can't write her off, dude. She's like the star
Spoiler
of the
alert,
show.
man. Spoiler alert.
You didn't see it? I thought that was in season 3. It was the end of season 3.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Totally knew I was gonna get a penalty there.
But yeah, dude, like, they have these underlying storylines that sometimes take precedent and kind of like step forward in the show, or sometimes they're just kind of subdued and like in the background. You know, like even in the first couple of seasons with Tom, the husband, like, what the fuck was going on with that? You know, like, there's some secret. What's Rhett Reddington saying about him? Why is he, you know, like, saying this shit? And then to find out he's like some.
That was a great race, man. It really was a great race.
Fucking undercover spy.
Some interesting moments. Some interesting moments, but it was a good race.
And all that stuff was,
We're probably gonna do a rebroadcast of it though, so I can get the whole race on Friday.
it's like one of them. I don't know. Good ass show.
All right, this is the last race, guys. We're gonna run this one, and then we're gonna shut the stream down. And then I'm basically going to do exactly what I'm doing this race. Get back on track with this car and practice.
Game of Thrones, like this female friend of mine, she had cable.
This is the car and the track I'm running on Saturday. That's why I'm finishing off with this. Just a 3-lapper.
Something at the time to watch it when season 6 came out. So we would hang out once in a while. But once season 6 was released, we would go out every Sunday night when they would release a new episode or a new episode would come on. I'd always go over to her house, dude, and we'd fucking cook dinner, hang out, and then fucking watch the show, you know. But yeah, I was like super into that, dude. That was such a
I was
good
living
show.
in London during some of it, and when season 6 came out, I went to this event that was hosted by Hodor. I got to meet
really?
him and ask him questions, and then we all watched the season premiere. Really fun. And he's a DJ. He put on a DJ set at the end of the night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was actually pretty. His music is it's pretty like Euro trash, like really want to. I don't know how to explain Euro trash if you don't know what I mean, but it's just like beats that sort of give you a migraine.
Yeah.
Not really my music, but still, it's a DJ, which is kind of cool. He's legitimately huge.
Oh, I bet. That's like the dude who played the Mountain.
Yeah.
In Game of Thrones. You know, like, he's a fucking, like, world champion strongman. You know, like, strongest man in the world. He does those strongman competitions. And I watched a documentary, I think it was on YouTube, I found it, about him and about his biggest competitor, dude, Eddie something. He's like
Eddie
this
Hall.
British guy. Yes, yes. And, dude, they showed, like, Magnus, I think his name is Magnus Thor or something like that is his real name, the Mountain.
Thor?
Yeah, Thor, yeah. But yeah, they showed him with his girlfriend, dude, and his girlfriend's like 130 fucking pounds and like 5'4". You know what I mean? Like, it looked like he was carrying his. Yeah, it looked like he was carrying his daughter around, dude. It was like, Jesus fuck. The guy is a monster, dude.
He's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched some of the stupidest shit, dude. Like, for some reason this morning while I was getting up and you know, waking up and shit, dude, I turned YouTube on and I got stuck watching like the 2021 darts championship from fucking Britain for like 45 minutes. You know, I'm like, what the fuck? But then to watch these, you know, and they play it. You ever play 501?
No.
You start out with 501 points, and you got to work your way down to 0. So hitting like a triple 20 will give you 60 points. So you throw 3 darts. If you hit 3 triple 60s, it's
180.
80 points.
The announcers get all
You
excited.
subtract that off of your 501, and the first one down to 0 wins the set, or wins the game, and then it's the best of 3. You know,
We usually play 301 around here.
Yeah. Well, in the tournament they were playing 501.
Oh yeah,
But
of course.
anyways, like,
That takes like 2 turns, like 6
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
darts.
yeah, this chick was hitting fucking.
That's one way to do it,
dude,
Chats.
like, one after another, and I was just like, holy shit, because I've thrown darts before, and I consider myself somewhat decent, you know what I mean, or above average. But watching them guys, dude, you know, like, oh, she needs to get a pull here, and pow, bullseye. You know what I mean? Like, you might as well be shooting it out of a gun. They're that fucking accurate, you know?
Oh yeah, I used to watch some of the, like, I'm not a darts guy myself, but I used to watch some of the world champions, and man, I am telling you, there's like 3 or 4 guys, man, you knew they were coming up. They were hitting like 150 to 180 every single set of 3 darts. Every
Yeah,
time.
Dude. Yeah, and it comes down to, it comes down to, your score and your whatever depends on how many darts you throw as well. You know what I mean? So like, you know, she needs fucking 60 points. You know, so she has to hit a triple fucking, instead of hitting 3 fucking 20s, she'll hit 1 triple 20. You know what I mean? With 1 dart.
Oh yeah, well they have to ring out by it with a double, don't they?
I'm not 100% sure. I didn't catch on that.
I think that's
Like
what
I
it is.
said,
I think you have to ring out with a double.
What the fuck is going on? Why is it resetting me?
That's crazy, dude. Like, and then the way they can like strategize, you know, like, oh, I missed this, so now I got to hit a triple 19, or I got to hit a double 19. You know what I mean?
You know what? Fuck these kids, man. Fuck this game. Fuck this goddamn glitching bullshit.
Yeah, man. And
Have
they're doing
fun,
that
guys.
instantaneously.
Fuck
Yeah,
this.
right? This
Yeah.
shit's fucking crazy.
It is. Oh yeah, no. I watched the world, and there's on.
Jesus. Alright, guys, that's it for the broadcast. I'm fucking sick and tired of bullshit on GTS today, man. Like, I barely cut a fucking corner and it resets. Let me get the fuck out of here. I've been racing this racetrack all week with this fucking car, with this exact setup, and I have not fucking slid around a corner once. All of a sudden I get in an open lobby and the fucking car's all over the place. I'm fucking done. Ouch. Screw this shit. Alright, chat. Hope you all enjoyed the DMJ race. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened to my end of things when I was broadcasting it, but we lost sight of 2 drivers. So, I gotta watch the replay. I gotta confirm that, that shows the drivers. And if not, I gotta grab somebody else's replay so I can get proper results. But, it was a great race at Laguna. So, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for the likes, especially the shares. Shares are super important on DMJ night. You guys came in and smashed those shares for me tonight. Absolutely love that. And thanks for everybody coming and hanging out, commenting, cheering on for your favorite racers tonight at DMJ. You know, massive shout out to all the drivers out there. They do such a great job week in and week out. And our winners tonight were 3rd place GVG Jake, 2nd place RR Spec 1, and 1st place RR LJ Super Ninja. So that'll shake up the standings a little bit, and yeah, next week, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, is going to be round 8 at Spa. And I hear it's the rainy season over at Spa this time of year, so maybe a little weather is going to roll in for the boys here next week. So could be an interesting race, so definitely make sure to tune in, everybody. Thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to hit that donation button for MacMillan Cancer Support over on the Facebook page there. If you can even spare a penny, $1, $10, whatever you can spare, it obviously helps out. Every little bit helps, and we greatly appreciate the support. And we've been doing pretty well with MacMillan so far this season, so let's keep that rolling, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need to be in the live stream to donate to the foundation. You can watch this later as a pre-recorded video, and you'll be able to still donate to it. You too, brother. You too, man. But yeah, we're gonna call her, man. We're gonna call her tonight. I'm just not, you know, I don't like being punted. I'd like to actually see what happened. That I ended up nearly in last place with damage for half the race. Yeah, it was an interesting race, Nolan. Did you say to replay, brother? It'll be shared out. Anyways, love you guys. Y'all rock. You're all legends. Stay winning. never give up. Hashtag stay strong. Hashtag family, man. Hashtag community. Like, seriously, you guys are top, legit, best community ever, man. Massive shout out to the drivers of DMJ North America, man. They do a fantastic job week in and week out. And we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next week for DMJ, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for a different race from your boy Ghost here. And ciao, man. Ciao. Love you guys, man. You rock.